Hello, kids! Welcome to BLE Kid Zone.
Hi, kids! Today, we are going on a fun adventure to learn about the 50 states of America. Let's explore them together.
Hi, I'm the BLE Map, and today we will be teaching you all the 50 states in the USA. Now, we will break the USA up into regions and divisions. Now, we'll start our journey in the Northeast. The first division is New England, and now, let's head to Maine. Maine is the northeasternmost state in the U.S., famous for its beautiful coastline and delicious lobster. It's home to Acadia National Park, where you can explore rocky beaches and tall mountains. Maine is also known for its picturesque lighthouses and vibrant fall foliage. Now, let's travel down to New Hampshire. New Hampshire is a cozy state in the northeastern United States, famous for its beautiful mountains, like the White Mountains, and fun outdoor activities, like skiing and hiking. It's also known for its syrupy sweet maple trees, perfect for making delicious pancakes. Let's move on to Vermont. Vermont is a green and leafy state in the northeastern United States, where cows graze in picturesque pastures and maple syrup flows like magic from the trees. It's a cozy place filled with friendly people and stunning nature adventures waiting around every corner. Next is Massachusetts. Massachusetts is a state in the northeastern United States, where you can learn about the pilgrims who came to America on the Mayflower and visit the historic city of Boston. It's a place filled with stories of brave settlers, delicious clam chowder, and lots of exciting adventures waiting to be discovered. Down to Rhode Island. Rhode Island, the smallest state in the United States, is famous for its beautiful coastline and delicious seafood like clam cakes and chowder. It's a place where you can explore historic sites like Newport's mansions and have fun in the sun at beaches like Narragansett. And the last New England state, Connecticut. Connecticut, also known as the Constitution State, is full of charming towns like Mystic, where you can visit an aquarium and learn about sea creatures. It's also where you can find Lake Compounce, one of the oldest amusement parks in America, for a day of thrilling rides and family fun. Now off to the Mid-Atlantic District, starting with New York. New York is a state bursting with excitement, from the towering skyscrapers of New York City to the natural beauty of Niagara Falls. You can visit famous landmarks like the Statue of Liberty and enjoy delicious pizza while exploring the Big Apple. Now over to New Jersey. New Jersey, the Garden State, is known for its beautiful beaches, like the ones in Cape May and Wildwood, where you can build sandcastles and splash in the waves. It's also home to fun amusement parks like Six Flags Great Adventure, where you can ride roller coasters and meet your favorite cartoon characters. And lastly, for the Northeast, Pennsylvania, the Keystone State, is where you can visit the famous Philadelphia Zoo and see animals from all over the world. It's also home to Hershey Park, where you can ride thrilling roller coasters and enjoy delicious chocolate treats in Hershey, the sweetest place on earth. Now let's head to the south. Starting with the South Atlantic, we land in Delaware. Delaware, the first state, is known for its beautiful beaches like Rehoboth and Bethany, where you can build sandcastles and play in the waves. It's also a great place to learn about American history at places like Fort Delaware State Park, where you can explore a real Civil War fortress. Next, let's take a ride down to Maryland, the Old Line State. It is famous for its tasty blue crabs that you can catch and eat by the Chesapeake Bay. It's also where you'll find the charming city of Baltimore, home to the National Aquarium and lots of fun adventures waiting to be explored. Now let's move on to Virgin. Wait a minute, we can't forget about Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, is where you can see the majestic monuments like the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial, which honor important figures in American history. It's also home to the U.S. President and Smithsonian Museums, where you can explore fascinating exhibits about dinosaurs, space, and more. Now, back to Virginia. Virginia, known as the Old Dominion, is where you can visit historic Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in America, and learn about the life of Pocahontas. You can also explore the Blue Ridge Mountains and see the beautiful natural scenery that inspired many folktales and adventures. Virginia is famous for its delicious southern cuisine, including dishes like Virginia ham, made from salt-cured pork, and Brunswick stew, a hearty mix of meats and vegetables. Another popular treat is peanut soup, highlighting Virginia's rich agricultural heritage as a top peanut-producing state. Next is West Virginia. West Virginia, known as the Mountain State, is full of breathtaking natural beauty, like the New River Gorge, where you can go whitewater rafting and see amazing views. It's also where you'll find Blackwater Falls State Park, famous for its stunning waterfalls and fun outdoor activities like hiking and swimming. Now down to North Carolina. North Carolina, known as the Tar Heel State, is where you can find the majestic Great Smoky Mountains and beautiful beaches along the Outer Banks, perfect for building sandcastles and searching for seashells. It's also where you'll discover the Wright Brothers National Memorial, celebrating the first successful powered flight by Orville and Wilbur Wright. Now down to South Carolina. South Carolina, known as the Palmetto State, is where you can explore beautiful beaches, like Myrtle Beach, where you can play in the sand and splash in the waves. Don't forget to try some tasty shrimp and grits, a southern specialty, and enjoy sweet tea, the state's refreshing beverage of choice. Now off to Georgia. The Peach State is where you can visit the vibrant city of Atlanta and see amazing animals at the Zoo Atlanta, or explore Stone Mountain Park for outdoor adventures. When you're in Georgia, make sure to try some delicious peach cobbler, a sweet treat made with juicy peaches and topped with a buttery crust. Now down to Florida. The Sunshine State is where you can find magical places like Walt Disney World and swim with dolphins at places like Discovery Cove. And when you're in Florida, don't forget to try some yummy key lime pie, a tangy and sweet dessert made with fresh key lime juice and a graham cracker crust. Now, moving over to the East-South Central Division of the South, we're going to start with Alabama. Alabama is where you can explore the fascinating U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville and learn about space exploration. And when you're in Alabama, make sure to try some delicious barbecue ribs, slow-cooked to perfection and slathered in tangy barbecue sauce, a favorite among locals and visitors alike. Let's now take a left into Mississippi. Mississippi, the Magnolia State, is where you can discover the rich history of the civil rights movement in places like Jackson and visit charming towns along the Mississippi River. And when you're in Mississippi, don't miss out on trying some mouth-watering southern fried catfish, crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Next, going down to Tennessee. Tennessee is where you can visit the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and see amazing wildlife like black bears and elk. Don't forget to explore Nashville, the capital city known for its country music and delicious hot chicken, a spicy and crispy treat that'll make your taste buds dance. Next is Kentucky. Kentucky is where you can explore exciting caves like Mammoth Cave, the world's longest known cave system, and visit horse farms to see majestic thoroughbreds. It's also home to the Kentucky Derby, where you can watch fast horses race and enjoy a day of fun with family and friends. Now over to the West-South Central, starting with Arkansas. Arkansas, the natural state, is where you can dig for diamonds at Crater of Diamonds State Park and maybe even find a sparkling treasure of your own. You can also visit Hot Springs National Park and soak in the warm and relaxing thermal waters, perfect for a family adventure. Moving down to Louisiana. Louisiana, the Pelican State, is where you can explore exciting swamps and see alligators, turtles, and beautiful birds like herons and egrets. And when you're in Louisiana, don't miss out on trying some delicious gumbo, a savory stew filled with shrimp, sausage, and okra. That'll warm you up and make your taste buds dance with delight. And did I forget to mention, yes! Next! Oklahoma, the Sooner State, is where you can discover the beauty of the Great Plains and learn about Native American culture at places like the Chickasaw Cultural Center. You can also visit the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum to explore the Wild West and see cowboy gear and art that will transport you back in time. Next is Texas. The Lone Star State is where you can explore vast deserts like Big Bend National Park and see amazing wildlife like armadillos and roadrunners. Don't forget to visit the Alamo in San Antonio, a historic fort where brave Texans fought for independence, and try some delicious Texas barbecue with tender brisket and savory ribs that'll make your mouth water. Now let's head to the Midwest, known for its farming and Great Lakes. Starting in the East-North Central Division, we're going to start with Ohio. Ohio, the Buckeye State, is where you can visit the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland and see cool instruments played by famous musicians. You can also explore fun amusement parks like Cedar Point and ride roller coasters for an exciting day of thrills and laughter. Moving on to Indiana. Indiana, the Hoosier State, is where you can explore cool caves like Marengo Cave and search for hidden treasures underground. Don't forget to visit the Indianapolis Zoo and see amazing animals from all over the world, making it a great place for a family adventure. Now over to Illinois. Illinois, the land of Lincoln, is where you can visit the famous Willis Tower in Chicago and see amazing views of the city from the sky deck. Don't forget to explore the Shed Aquarium and meet fascinating sea creatures, making it an exciting place for kids to learn and have fun. Now over to Michigan. Michigan, the Great Lakes State, is where you can visit Sleeping Bear Dunes and climb giant sand dunes overlooking Lake Michigan. Don't forget to explore Mackinac Island, where you can ride bicycles and try delicious fudge, making it a perfect spot for family adventures and sweet treats. Now over to Wisconsin. Wisconsin, the Badger State, is where you can visit the Wisconsin Dells, a water park capital of the world with thrilling slides and lazy rivers. Don't forget to try some delicious cheese, like squeaky fresh cheese curds, a tasty snack loved by kids and adults alike. Now moving on to the West-North Central Division, starting with Minnesota. Minnesota is a state known for its icy winters and sparkling lakes. From friendly people to delicious hot dishes like Tater Tot Hot Dish, it's a place where fun and adventure never freeze. Now moving on to Iowa. Iowa is a state with big fields of corn and friendly folks waving hello. You can learn about farming and maybe even meet some adorable farm animals. Next is Missouri. Missouri is where you can find the mighty Mississippi River and the towering Gateway Arch in St. Louis, which is as tall as 63 school buses stacked on top of each other. It's a place filled with fun attractions like the Magical City Museum and exciting adventures in the great outdoors. Next is North Dakota. North Dakota is where you can find vast prairies and awesome adventures, like exploring Theodore Roosevelt National Park and digging for dinosaur bones. Next is South Dakota. South Dakota is home to the famous Mount Rushmore, where you can see giant sculptures of past presidents and also visit the beautiful Badlands National Park for some wild and wacky landscapes. Next is Nebraska. Nebraska is all about wide open spaces and fun times, whether you're cheering on the Cornhuskers at a football game or discovering fossils at Ashfall Fossil Bed State Historical Park. Now off to Kansas. Kansas is the land of tornadoes and towering sunflowers. You can follow the yellow brick road like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, or learn about the Wild West in Dodge City. Now it's time for the West Coast. We're going to start in the Mountain Division with New Mexico. New Mexico is also seen as being a part of the Southwest region as well. In New Mexico, you can explore ancient Native American ruins and gaze at the colorful hot air balloons in Albuquerque's sky during the famous balloon fiesta. Don't forget to try delicious dishes like savory green chili stew and sweet sopapillas. They're sure to make your taste buds dance with joy. Next is Arizona, which is considered Southwest, along with New Mexico as well. Arizona is where you can discover the breathtaking Grand Canyon, a giant natural wonder that's taller than the tallest skyscraper you've ever seen. When you visit, be sure to try yummy treats like prickly pear cactus candy and crunchy fry bread topped with honey. They're as delicious as they are unique. Now let's go to the highest mountain state, Montana. Montana is a place of wild adventures where you can spot grizzly bears roaming in the mountains and explore vast, untamed wilderness. And when you're hungry, don't miss out on trying delicious huckleberry treats like pies and jams. They're a sweet taste of Montana's mountains and forests. Now let's go to Wyoming. Wyoming is where you can find stunning geysers and colorful hot springs in Yellowstone National Park, the world's first national park. And when you're in Wyoming, be sure to try tasty buffalo burgers. They're a flavorful taste of the Wild West. Moving on to Colorado. Colorado is a state of towering mountains and exciting outdoor adventures, like skiing in the snowy Rockies and rafting down rushing rivers. And when you're ready to refuel, don't miss out on trying juicy Colorado-style bison burgers. They're a delicious taste of the Rocky Mountain state. Next is Idaho. Idaho is where you can find fields of fluffy potatoes and sparkling lakes, perfect for summer adventures like fishing and swimming. And when you're in Idaho, be sure to try crispy potato fries. They're famous worldwide for their deliciousness and Idaho's love for spuds. Next is Utah. Utah is a land of red rock adventures where you can explore ancient dinosaur tracks and towering arches in Arches National Park. And when you're hungry, don't forget to try sweet and sticky fry sauce with your fries. It's a Utah favorite that'll make your taste buds dance. Next, Nevada. Nevada is where you can find the bright lights of Las Vegas, a city that never sleeps, and the mysterious beauty of the Mojave Desert. And when you're ready for a snack, don't miss out on trying delicious and colorful rainbow cotton candy. It's a sweet treat that shines as bright as the Las Vegas Strip. Now, to the Pacific Division of the West Coast. Next is California. California is a sunny state with beautiful beaches and towering redwood forests where you can surf in the ocean and hike among giants. And when you're hungry, make sure to try tasty California sushi rolls. They're a delicious blend of fresh fish and crunchy veggies, perfect for a day of fun in the Golden State. Up to Oregon. Oregon is a land of lush forests and stunning coastlines where you can explore towering waterfalls and hunt for hidden treasures on the beach. And when you're ready to munch, don't forget to try delicious Marionberry pie. It's a sweet taste of Oregon's famous berries that'll make your taste buds sing. Now up to Washington. Washington is a state of towering mountains and misty rainforests where you can go on epic adventures like hiking to waterfalls and spotting orcas in the Puget Sound. And when hunger strikes, don't forget to try juicy Washington apples. They're crisp, sweet, and perfect for snacking on during your Washington adventures. Now to the island of Hawaii. Hawaii is a paradise of sunny beaches and swaying palm trees where you can surf the waves and dance to the rhythm of hula. And when it's time to eat, don't miss out on trying delicious shave ice topped with tropical flavors like pineapple and coconut. It's a refreshing treat that tastes like a slice of Hawaiian heaven. And lastly, Alaska is a land of icy adventures and majestic wildlife where you can see bears fishing for salmon and whales breaching in the chilly waters. And when you're ready to warm up, don't forget to try tasty smoked salmon. It's a delicious treat straight from Alaska's wild rivers and seas. That was an exciting journey across all 50 states. Each state has something special to offer. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. See you next time.